Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am Amalgam Ash, and you are looking at the 19 entries to Amalgam Ash's Pit Jam. That is the end of the submission period. It's time for me to get playing, but I wanted to take a moment to casually look at all 19 of these and just express to you how awesome it is. The level of participation in this jam was off the charts for me. It's such a simple concept. Make a game about a hole in the ground, and such a low effort announcement and no effort production going into the actual jam page. And it just goes to show that it's really all about I don't know what it's about. I have no idea how to crack the code on what makes a successful jam, but I do know that this one really turned out some talent. So with further ado, because I'm going to keep rambling throughout the video, let's look at these 19 entries right here and talk a little bit about the creators and kind of what I might expect to see, and just get excited and hyped about what's to come in the coming weeks here on the channel. I'm going to take my time and play each one of these thoroughly and just be really thankful that you guys wanted to make games for this event. The Whole Temple from Oxenford. Oxenford is a masterclass in how to use Backing. Oxenford is an extremely talented Backing developer and has helped a ton of other devs in the official Backing server. So it's going to be really cool to see what he's managed to come up with. This is described as a Zelda-like. So I don't know how to be more excited for it. I can't get more excited for it. I'm already 10 out of 10, ready to go in this one. And it'll likely be the first one that I play. I think I'm going to play them in this order. I'm not sure yet. Realm Divers by Fighting Shroom, another very helpful and very talented Backing developer. So we already have two veteran Backing devs right out the gate. So it's going to be really cool to see what the gameplay loop is going to be for Realm Divers. Wholesome Adventure from Ophidian Wren. Ophidian Wren is another super talented dev. They have made games for jams that I've hosted in the past, and I've had always a lot of fun, and I've always been very impressed by what they've managed to create. Now, on to a few unfamiliar names. Safari from Raconteur 81. This doesn't look to be made in an RPG engine. It's not an RPG. It is a very fun little mini game, and we're going to be checking that out, and it's going to be something different from the channel, but that's totally fine. It's going to be cool to see a different flavor of game made for one of my jams. Dwarf in the Deep by Haeldb. I love that this has hand-drawn assets, and I love that it has dwarf in the title. So I'm looking forward to this relaxing rage platformer about looking for your lost teddy bear. I don't know what that means, but I'm excited to find out. A Night at the Graveyard, which was made in Unity by Cryptic Panther and Benjamin 3033. Loving the aesthetic here, the title, the potential. Let's spend a night at the graveyard. Whole Game by Prince Games of, and this was made in Godot. I don't know what to expect here because I've never played anything made in Godot to my knowledge except for RPG in a Box. Ground Zero by BTGS. This doesn't have a lot of information right out the gate, so I am hoping that it does conform to the jam. It was made evidently in Godot as well. Wings of Redemption by Hagons. I'm very pleased to see a submission from Hagons. Hagons is another super talented Backing dev who is also a plugin developer for RPG developer Backing, and they know their way around the engine very well. So I am super happy they were able to submit something as well. A super interesting titled game called Kill Alice from Idol Dev. I'm looking forward to seeing what Idol Dev has come up with for this really intriguingly named game. Looks like it was made in SGB, so yeah, that's going to be a fun time. I love SGB. I love games made in SGB. Doug the Digger from Crimson Studios. There's the heater kicking on. We won't worry about that. Shroom Saga Dungeon Delve from Maue and Miensulo. You're on your way to collect mushrooms when something unexpected happens. I can't wait. Look at this chick's dagger. She's got a dagger at her waist. Are those for foraging mushrooms, or is that for self-defense? We have a game called Holy Holy Hole from Knifeish Games. I'm looking forward to that because I know Knifeish knows his way around RPG developer Backing. However, this is not made in RPG developer Backing. This is made in RPG Maker MZ. So it's going to be one of those rare occurrences where I play an RPG Maker MZ game on the channel. Escape from Cygnus X1 from Kid Thales. This one probably should have been disqualified because it's about a hole in space rather than a hole in the ground, evidently, and it may suffer in its ratings because of that, but I'm going to allow it anyway because it's my jam and I can do what I want. But to be fair, out of fairness, another participant, somebody who might have participated, asked if a hole in space was allowed, and I had told them no. So apologies on that front. Is what it is. Next, Nightmare Abyss from Moonstorm Gaming. This was actually made in Unreal Engine 4. An Abyss, huh? We'll see. Loving the presentation there. That's a really cool screenshot. Into the Abyss from Agazal. Looks like another RPG Maker game, and this time from MV. Looks like it has an action system. I'm allowed to double jump in this game. I'm actually excited to play it. I'm excited to play an MV game. You activated my trap card! Meerkat Digs a Hole from Indoor Otaku, also made in RPG Maker MV. The Hole in My Living Room from Pole Roti. This looks like it was made in RPG in a box, yes. And The Rolling Giant from Coinfish, which was made in Unity. Looks like there's pit in it. It looks like there's hole. That doesn't sound, you know what? Not gonna worry about it. I've had fumbles all morning. I started recording at 7. It is 7:59 a.m. and I have had probably 30 attempts at recording this video and another video. So I just wanted to talk really quickly about how that's super frustrating, and I'm glad to finally have gotten to the end of this video without fumbling 18 million times, or at least being comfortable with the few fumbles that I've had. Editor Ash is very upset and displeased with me, and Recorder Ash is just super discouraged right now. I don't know what it is. I'm just not ready for public speaking today, I guess. I don't know. I'm drinking coffee. And I mean, I classically drink coffee, but the last several weeks I haven't been drinking coffee in the mornings. I don't know if that contributes or not. So yeah, sorry to get too casual there for a minute. Just my channel, I should be able to do what I want. I'm just gonna get super casual. If you haven't checked out Ash Quest yet, it's the same thing as Amalgam Ash, but I do board games instead of video games. So if you're interested in board games, dungeon crawlers, Warhammer, stuff like that, go check it out, see if it's your cup of tea. I've got like 4,000 subscribers on this channel, and only about 100 of you actually watch the videos at any given time. I think about 2,000 or more are people who are over on Ash Quest because they came here for the board game content. And sometimes I do talk a little bit about like the growth of this channel and where the channel's going and stuff I'd like to see and things that I wish were different, maybe plans for the future, stuff like that. Thought has crossed my mind more than once that Amalgam Ash is a dying channel. And so it's not something that I want to give up on though. It's my first love. It's the thing that I wanted to do when I very first started to want to do YouTube. And I'm living the dream, but not in the depressing way that people say when you ask them how they're doing. More, I'm actually getting the opportunity to do this and enjoy it. So I want to make sure that I continue enjoying it. Sometimes I get a little bit up in my own head about perfection and getting the things all right and correct so that I can give more value to the channel and take away from my individuality, but make like the channel more important. And then other times I just want to do what I want, which I feel lowers the quality of the channel overall. Because if I'm doing what I want, then people are watching. If they're watching, then that means they're watching for me, being me, which is a very humbling and surreal and strange feeling and thought. Whereas if I do a really good job on the channel, people will watch the channel for the channel content, you know, not caring who the presenter is. It's more about the subject matter. So I don't know. In my head, there's a delicate balance. There's a line between those two things. And so sometimes I just get up in my own head about how well I need to be doing, not about the amount of viewers or the amount of subscribers. It's just more me looking at the channel, my own perception, and trying to figure out if I need to separate my individuality from it to make it more successful. I don't know why I launched into that tirade. At some point I told you this was going to be casual, but that's it. That's the video for now. So let's look forward to playing The Whole Temple by Oxenford when next we meet. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye for now.